Hi everybody. Not long ago when we were in Santa Fe, New Mexico, we also visited the town of Los Alamos while we were there. We went to the Bradbury Museum. After we left, I did some research and I was fascinated at what I found out. If you're into spies and espionage, Los Alamos has it all. It's been the subject of numerous movies and documentaries, including The Town That Never Was and Fat Man and Little Boy. Los Alamos sits 7,000 foot high on a plateau above Santa Fe, New Mexico, not far from Bandelier National Monument. As we entered the town, we saw the iconic main gate building. From what we saw when we were there, restricted area fencing covered a lot of the area. While we were there taking pictures of the main gate, it was kind of eerie to see a military helicopter scanning the area pretty close to us. Los Alamos is known as the birthplace of the atomic bomb and the Manhattan Project during World War II. Some of its nicknames include Atomic City, The Hill, Site Y, and the Secret City. The town of Los Alamos was so top secret that the government wouldn't even acknowledge that it existed. It wasn't even included on any of the maps. Scientists and their families from all over the U.S. were brought in by train to the remotely located town of Landh. If you've ever been to Landh, you know that there's not much there. From Landh, they were brought into this small government office at 109 East Palace Street in the city of Santa Fe and checked in by Dorothy McKibben. Dorothy's official title was secretary, but I don't even know if there is a title that can accurately describe what she did. She was on call 24 hours a day. She guarded top secret papers and briefcases. She was the first lady of Los Alamos. At the end of each day, she had to burn every scrap of paper that had been produced that day. Dorothy McKibben was known as the gatekeeper of Los Alamos. In her Palace Street office, McKibben greeted the new scientists, gave them their aliases, and she helped them get settled. The scientists then disappeared out the back door. They were shuttled up the hill to their new residence in the secret city. None of Los Alamos' newest residents knew where they were going or what their job would be. And when they got there, they weren't allowed to tell anyone where they were. All of the residents there shared one single post office box. Project Y Laboratory was directed by J. Robert Oppenheimer. He was also remembered as the father of the atomic bomb. The lab was created during World War II because the U.S. wanted to create an atomic explosive to counter the threat of the German nuclear development program. The project was headquartered in Los Alamos because of the city's isolated location. The first atomic bomb developed there was named Little Boy in honor of President Franklin Roosevelt. Little Boy weighed more than 4 metric tons. It was the world's first deployed atomic bomb. Fat Man was named for Winston Churchill. It was a 5-ton implosion plutonium bomb that was also created in Los Alamos. It was dropped on Nagasaki on August 9, 1945. During this time, both spies and FBI agents swarmed the city of Santa Fe, spying on American scientists who came to town to drink and dance at the La Fonda on the plaza. FBI agents followed the American scientists from the top floor of what was then called the St. Francis Cathedral in downtown Santa Fe. The FBI agents would peer through the oculus above the front door to see who was going in and out of La Fonda and the nearby post office opposite the cathedral. That's where the Manhattan Project kept a P.O. box, Post Office Box 1663. The Castillo Street Bridge off East Alameda Street is now gone, but that's where pro-Soviet couriers exchanged information on the atomic bomb. The critical intelligence meeting took place in 1944 on the bridge near Paseo de Peralta and Alameda Street between Klaus Fuchs and Harry Gold. Fuchs provided Gold with designs for both the atomic weapons used at Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Klaus Fuchs was a German theoretical physicist and atomic spy who had been passing information to the Soviets since 1935. Harry Gold was an American courier who passed information to Fuchs. Fuchs gave the Russians everything that they needed to build their weapons. Who knew that Santa Fe would play such an important role in history at that time? According to an article I read, it said that Santa Fe was the most important intelligence and the most important counterintelligence meetings of the history of the KGB. Both meetings took place within a mile of the Bishop Lamy sculpture at the Cathedral Basilica of St. Francis in Santa Fe. Today, the area is famous among retired KGB agents who visit Santa Fe. Many of them like to pose for a picture in front of the Archbishop Lamy statue. 3 Los Alamos residents, husband and wife Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, and Ethel's brother, David Greenglass, were arrested as spies. Harry Gold named them as spies after a government raid of his home. He panicked and he tipped off the FBI to others that were involved. Harry Gold was convicted in 1951 and sentenced to 30 years. The Rosenbergs denied everything and refused to name names or answer many questions. They were found guilty, sentenced to death in 1951, and despite pleas for clemency, they were executed on June 19, 1953, in the electric chair at Sing Sing Prison in New York. And because he chose to cooperate, Greenglass received only a 15-year sentence. The Los Alamos Laboratory today employs approximately 9,000 direct employees and 650 contract employees. Some of the most intelligent people in the United States relocate to Los Alamos just so they can work at the Los Alamos National Laboratory. It's estimated that they have more residents per capita with PhDs than 90% of the rest of the United States. Here's a fun fact for you. It has become one of the richest cities in America. They have more millionaires per capita than almost anywhere else in the country. An article that I read in The Guardian refers to them as nuclear millionaires. 12% of the population are considered to be millionaires. I'm sure that's why we noticed there were so many banks when we were driving through town, and they're big, beautiful, nice banks too. We really enjoyed our visit to Los Alamos. I'm sure there's a whole bunch more to learn about that area. If you ever find yourself there, you might want to just take some time to look around. Thanks for watching. We'll catch up with you guys down the road. Klaus Fuchs was a German theoretical physicist. Klaus Fuchs was a German theoretical physicist. Klaus Fuchs was a German theoretical physicist.